Hello, I'm Scotty. This is Scotty's Playtime, and you're all welcome. Pull up a chunk of the internet, sit down, have a spell, and listen to me drone on about the news and other things that interest me that I hope might interest you also. Oh my goodness, what a month it's been, and every day of my life lately has been a whirlwind. This was not the original video I wanted to do with the new setup and the new cameras and the new microphone, but we have to roll with the punches, don't we? So originally I wanted my first video to be with the underground splunking fixing of the broken sink line that was flooding under our home. It's not going to happen because I can't figure out quite how to make all my equipment work with the program. It took, well, let me start from the beginning. That's always the best place to begin any tale. So, I have two computers. One I use as a video computer, the other as a blogging and main computer. One was bought in 2017 and has a processor that's just slightly older than the second one, which was bought in 2018. The problem is the one in 2018 has a faster motherboard, faster processor by a slight margin, but cannot be boosted in its RAM. It's stuck at the 16 I bought it. I don't know why I made that mistake. Ron was pushing me to get new computers because one of mine was failing and it was frustrating me. So, to make a long story short, I had these two. So I decided to take the 2017 XPS and boost it up to 64 gigabytes of RAM. It's maximum. That's made a world of difference with that computer. It works like a champ. The only problem is the processor's slower. I can live with that. The other problem, though, was the first set of RAM I bought was unbuffered. Now, all my research and experience said that was fine because it wasn't acting as a server. But shortly after I put it in, I started getting blue screens of death. And I tracked down every single error code, everything that was going on with it. And it was so frustrating. It was kernel this, it was page fault that. And here's where I may have made a mistake. I'm not sure. After a month of doing this, I got tired. I spent the money. It was actually cheaper rather than the 4 sticks I'd bought to go with 2 sticks for 64. And because it's a dual channel system, that actually works better than 4 sticks. Because the architecture sees the 2 sticks as one. Whereas if I'd had the 4 stick, it would see 2 sticks as one and 2 extra sticks. Still should have all worked the same. But I was getting these errors. When I opened the computer, I noticed something. Should have done this first. Okay? My memories, when they push in, snap. the sides come up and lock. 3 of the sticks had both sides locked. On the 4th stick, only one side was locked. Now, I pressed down on it, it didn't move. But I wonder if that caused the issue. But never mind, I had the new memory. I took the 4 sticks out, put the new buffered memory in. Even though it was the same size and much better rated memory, it cost me less. Go figure. Again, I didn't do my due diligence on cost. I did it on the effectiveness of the memory. But anyway, I ran it for a month. It all worked perfect. No blue screens of death, no nothing. Everything functioned. Memory load is in the low teens. And I'm running 8 tabs with over 300 or 8 windows with over 300 and some tabs. So I decided to then download all my programs for recording and that, and found out, oh crap, some of them had expired time length. So I downloaded the ones that I had just bought, then went back to the manufacturer, the company Cyberlink, and to their tech support and said, look, I bought these. It says that I can't install them because I've done it too many times, maybe so in the past, but if you look in the record, I haven't used them for years, and now I want to. They said, fine, send us pictures of your invoices showing you bought them, and the actual disc showing you had them. I can do that. I have the technology. So I did. And they got back to me and said, well, only 2 sets of these programs actually haven't expired, so we've reset everything. Just go ahead and download it all. And then I found I had a problem. On the Ultimate video thing I bought, which I didn't have to because now the one that I originally had, I could have used. All I'd had to do was go through their support system and have them reset. But at the time, I was frustrated, a lot going on, and I didn't do it. This time I did. I should have done it before I bought the new program. But something in me wanted the new program. Mine was Power Director 15. This was Power Director 2024 Ultimate. Well, human nature, I wanted the Ultimate. And I got to admit, I don't like it anywhere near as good as the other one. I think I'll start using that in the future. But anyway, so I got it all downloaded. And then we had the sink drain from our main kitchen sink emptying, but the coupler busted and it was emptying under the house and we were getting sewer smell and everything. I think I've made posts on that. And then we had both Ron and I got sick. And to top it all off, I wanted to talk about today. So, for several days now, I've been wanting to make videos. Well, actually for several weeks. But the thing is, Ron and I have agreed that both of us are older and in getting in worse health. And neither one of us can do it all alone. So we're depending upon each other more. For example, today we decided to go, we had planned this out today was the day we were going grocery shopping. Now, we normally hit 3 Publix, Winn-Dixie. Sorry about that. I do not edit these. I will make mistakes. You're more than welcome to comment on them. I'm not perfect. I will never pretend to be. Alright, so Winn-Dixie, which is now closed. They've been bought out by a conglomerate of 3 different other grocery chains, CVS, Aldi's, and something else. Anyway, so, and Walmart. And people say, why use Walmart? Well, I've hated Walmart most of my life. I worked for them when we first came to Florida before I lost my hips. I worked for them for 6 months. They're a miserable company. They treat their people like shit. And I was not willing to be so just off the cuff disrespected. After all, I'd been a military person with very high responsibilities. And don't tell me that I have to drag a pallet of something all the way around the building because you don't trust us to open the back gate. Fuck you. You want it taken back there, you do it yourself. Either that or open the fucking gate. So, we had a parting of ways. I saved a young kid who was ordered to place these heavy, large gas grills on a huge upright riser. He lost control. I stormed up the ladder and yanked it from him and threw it away as he was falling, and reached out with my other arm and grabbed him and wrenched my shoulder badly. For that, I was written up. Now, I'm in the store. My arm and shoulder are swelling. And they're writing me up on what I could have done to prevent this from happening. And I said, you guys are fucking nuts. I didn't cause this. I didn't order the young man to do it. I saw him struggling on the ladder. I saw him about to fall with this thing on top of him. I raced up behind him, yanked it over to the side, and grabbed him as he fell. I saved your asses. Fired! They did pay for the medical on my shoulder and that. But anyway, so I hate Walmart. But at this point in our lives, with both of my husband on Social Security, me on Social Security disability, and our income, we have to be very careful living in a high expensive state like Florida on our shopping bills. We still like to have more than cat food to eat. So my husband goes over all the sale catalogs and he buys the best stuff. We get the 2-for-1 deals or other things that he plans out, and I do them. But like I said, we're both failing. Years ago, I took over the finances because him, with his financial degree, was struggling to do it and keep up. And at the time, he was working in that, and I wasn't. Made perfect sense. So now, we go shopping together, which is what we did today. But an hour and a half, 2 hours in Walmart, it just about took everything out of me. And I have to admit, most of the people were nice. We did encounter a few of the quote-unquote Walmart customers, which I call the lowest common denominators. The people talking to themselves with no obvious earbuds. The people who are having an argument with the can or bag on a shelf, with that thing not arguing back. And those who, sorry, my glasses are really irritating that ear. And the people who, let's just say, are extremely rude in a crowded store with aisles and people going back and forth, and everybody have to, I'm getting through here, move, I gotta get through, I need that item, can you shove over so I'm looking at the same item, sir, ma'am, whatever, but I need it first. Okay, well, how to say you're a complete asshole without telling anybody you're a complete asshole. Anyway, so we did that. Then I came home, helped Ron and I put everything away. We took care of the stuff, and he was just beat. We had 3 more stores to go to. We'd stopped at and gotten our meds from one of our pharmacies, and we had just come home. And I said to him, I said, Ron, there's tomorrow. Yeah, but you haven't been able to do your blogging stuff. And I said, Ron, it'll wait. My blog is doing wonderful with the people who are on it and the people who comment and the time I can give it. Allie is wonderful at posting. She's having a lot of fun. Randy is enjoying himself posting. He hopes what he posts is enjoyable or interesting or informative to people like we all do, like Allie does. And I don't have to babysit it 24 hours a day. It's not just me anymore, it's a community of all of us. I do save every comment in an open tab so that if I can't get to it today, I'll get to it tomorrow. If I can't get to it then, I think I have some now that are 2 months out. The people will probably be shocked when I finally get around to answering them. But I am going to. And people, for those who say, well, you don't really need to answer me, I just wanted to have my say, I'm glad you did. Really, I want people to comment. I want you to have your say. But to me, this is me talking to you, you talking to me, you talking to Allie, Allie talking to you, you talking to Randy, Randy talking to you, Allie, Randy, and I talking to all of us. I want it to be that kind of community. So when you send in a comment, even if you're not expecting a reply, I want to. It's like getting a phone call from a friend. Hello? Oh, you're not there? I'll leave a voice message. Soon as I get it, I want to get back to you. And that's how I see comments. I got to tell you, I'm going to end this video now. I have no idea how long it is. I have no idea if it's even recording properly. But I had a lot of fun making it. It was not the video I had wanted to do, especially first one out of the box. Hopefully I'll be able to do at least one a day. I'd like to keep them short, like maybe 15 minutes or less. Some people like them 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm verbose. I can't even write short, much less talk short. So I gotta go. I love everybody. Best wishes to those who prefer that. Hugs to those who prefer them. And best wishes and hugs to everybody who wants both. I'm Scotty. This is Scotty's Scotty's Playtime. Whew, almost gave it the old blog's name. I would have had to slap my own hands. Anyway, it's fun to do the blog. It's fun to be with you all. Goodbye. Oh, not goodbye ever. Hugs.